Do you hear that? Off in the distance? I think somebody's calling for my help.
Oh, it's too high. It's so high. I can't quite
It's
whistle
kind of
that
like
high.
Gremlins. It's kind of like Gremlins.
Oh, wait. Did I do Gremlins? Was that the right one? That was
I don't know.
Gremlins.
That's Gremlins. Now you do Mac and Me.
Well, it wasn't. I think I did the same thing.
Well, go ahead and try
I
it.
don't think I got the tone right.
You got to put your hands in the air and cup them, make it like a U or a V or whatever.
All right, give me the right tone.
All right.
Like, what does it sound like? But I'll take it up to a whistle. It's not.
It's not.
I could only hear Gremlins in my head.
It's like.
Something like that.
And then I think the tone does change, but it's like it starts over again. So it doesn't go. I think it just goes. Like I think it's just like different tones.
I only have Gremlins in my head.
Well, how often are you gonna do this?
Well, obviously not enough now because I can't even do it right. So I got to rewatch it again. You guys, this was maybe the first time ever in Summers Off history where we got to the end of the film and I was like, Ty, play that one scene again. Can't remember a time where we've ever like gone back and like repeated a scene. So I will gladly go back into this film and find out what those whistle tones are.
So I actually prepped harder for this one than I do for a lot of them. A lot of them I just like read the facts and I kind of remember the movie and I'm like, I'll figure it out on the go.
Yeah.
This one I actually watched like compilation videos of like best moments in Mac and Me to prepare.
Wow.
I was pretty studious. So that's why I'd be like, prepare for the scene of your life. So I could kind of prep you a little bit.
You didn't undersell it. You did not.
Rach, what movie did we watch this week?
We watched Mac and Me. Mac and Me.
Classic. And this is called a trashterpiece.
A trashterpiece?
Yeah, it's called a trashterpiece.
I've never heard of this terminology.
I haven't either, but that's what it's known as.
Okay.
Somewhat of a cult following now.
I was going to say, why don't we call it just like a cult classic? Is it not a cult classic?
Because it's also terrible.
Well, a lot of cult classics are terrible,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Isn't that why we love them?
I think so. I mean, I think people would put this in the vein of like Toxic Avenger. You know, it's like is a movie that is pretty shitty and has poor production quality, but you're going to have the time of your life.
Yeah, I certainly did.
Rach, I'm sure we have a lot of listeners who do not know Mac and Me.
Yeah.
And those of you who do know it, you're my Gen X buddies who are a little older than me, or you were like me and you were just a weird kid who this fell into their lap. I'm curious who you are and why you know this movie, but if you don't know it, explain it to them.
Yeah, I had never heard about this movie before meeting you. It's not like a movie where I was like, oh, yeah, I should see that at some point. No,
So,
never even heard of it.
How do you know about this movie, like just in our relationship?
Because you will sometimes this is about aliens, right? And Ty will make this like mimic these aliens and their body, and he'll just like make this little make a little O with your face, ooh, and then like put your hands out, kind of like flip your wrists, and then just kind of like start like waddling around while you're going, ooh.
You look like a very drunk person almost.
Yeah.
Like a very uncoordinated, like you're learning to walk for the first time, but you're also wasted, and then you're trying to whistle.
Yeah, I think you did that, and I was like, what are you doing? And you're like, it's Mac and Me. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
It's like, oh, they love Coke and Mac and Me. You don't know
like
Mac and Me?
cocaine? What are you talking about? Like, no, coca-cola and McDonald's. What?
Yep.
I didn't believe you. I didn't believe it. But here we are.
This shit's real.
This shit's so real.
And this is one of those so wild you can't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can't believe your eyes when you're watching it. But you're also like, I felt myself. I'll be curious how you felt, but I felt myself having a pretty good time.
I had a great time. I don't want to spoil it towards the ending, but I had a very good time.
How much better of a time than you thought you were going to have?
Well, so it was weird. I don't want to spoil my thoughts on this, but at the beginning, I legitimately thought that this was like a pretty good film. So at the beginning, it starts off as just kind of like your classic alien encounter 1980s film. Like think it's like an E.T. ripoff, right?
I was
think
telling
it gets that a
Rach,
lot.
there's a moment towards the beginning where the humans have the Martians. And they're like in this little glass cased room and they're like getting out of this little capsule or whatever and the Mars rover. And they're starting to like scientists are starting to run around and stuff. It looks just like the scene in Independence Day.
Just like Independence Day.
Just like it.
Independence Day stole that from them.
Absolutely.
It had to
Including
have.
there's a ton of fog and the male one comes to the front of the thing and like looks through the window and then punches through the glass. I was like, this reminds me of so much. Sir, is this glass bulletproof? No, it's not. Boom, 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 boom. It looks just like Independence Day.
It
It's
does.
crazy.
I would call them liars if they said that they did not pull from any of this.
Yeah,
Absolute
for sure.
liars.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, the beginning starts kind of how you thought. Obviously, like this little alien gets separated from its other alien family on Earth, and then finds these brothers who are just moving into their new house, and blah 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 blah. It all feels like actually like pretty good. Actually, I say blah 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 like it's not good. Like it actually is pretty darn like believable. I thought the acting was like really
The
good.
acting,
It's not bad.
Okay. The acting is some of the stronger acting that we do on this show.
Yeah, some of the
Which
stronger
is
80s acting
effing
I've seen.
It's feckin' crazy that the acting in this film is better than the acting we saw in Running Man.
Yeah.
It's not better than Karate Kid, but it's
No,
like it's better
Karate Kid
than
was
Running
good.
Man. It's better than a lot of the movies I bring to the table.
It does pretty darn well. But yeah, but then I'd have to look at a timestamp, but like somewhere in it, like it just like decides like, oh, it's just too hard to like keep being like legitimate and trying to be a good 80s movie. Let's just like throw caution to the wind and go crazy. And they go crazy towards the end.
Crazy.
I think 45 minutes into the end, it's just bananas.
Yep.
Bananas.
Absolutely.
And it does not end how you think it's going to end.
No, I wrote down. It's surprising how the very beginning of this movie pretty much starts like the beginning of Poltergeist.
Oh, yeah?
It's like family
Oh.
moves into a new home. I mean, they kind of have been living there for a while. Weird shit starts happening.
Sure.
The littlest kid like is encountering the most things. Nobody believes him. Then everybody else starts to see the weird things happening too. And so if you wanted to, you could cut a trailer of this movie. That would be an absolute like horror movie trailer.
For sure. Like, yeah, you probably
The
saw
weird
it.
stretchy hands, like
Yep.
the weird things that they show.
Yeah.
You could definitely do that. It's the potential's there. Rach, as a kid, E.T. I took a picture at the mall where I got to like go onto the E.T. bike with E.T. in the front basket, and the moon was behind me, and so it looked like I was like riding my bike on the moon.
Yeah.
So I have that picture.
Yeah.
But in general, I would say the movie E.T. freaked my shit out.
Yeah.
It was too dark.
E.T. gets very dark. I didn't remember that until like recently seeing it as an adult. I thought like,
Yeah.
wow, like we go from like fun and like whimsy to like this is kind of serious and kind of like scary.
And the whole thing just takes place in like a very dark setting.
Mm-hmm.
Like the things with E.T., like when the boys first getting to know him with the M&Ms and all that stuff.
Sure.
Which, by the way, they do Skittles in this one. And they do
did.
M&Ms
I
and
didn't even
E.T.,
catch
which is really
that.
funny.
Didn't even catch that.
But in E.T., it's so dark, like in those early scenes when he's like getting to know E.T. as well. They just kind of freaked me out.
Yeah,
As
I
a
can see
kid.
that.
I mean, I was like freaking like 3 to 5 years old when I saw that movie for the first time. But Mac and Me is lighter. It's like a lot of the encounters are during the day when
Yeah.
it's like sunny out and stuff, and they're
Mhm.
outside sometimes
Yeah.
and things. And Mac is such a goofball,
Very
like,
silly.
with this weird little oval shaped mouth.
His little eyes are so big,
big,
too. I think
bulgy
they tried
eyes.
to make him a little bit cuter
Yeah.
than E.T.
Yep.
So,
And so
I see it.
I was drawn more to Mac and Me than E.T. as a kid.
Wow. Yeah.
Does that make me like a really weird kid?
No, because you're a kid. You don't know any better. That makes sense. As a child, if I watched these two movies back to back,
Yeah.
I would have liked Mac and Me better.
You would have.
I would have.
Okay.
And you know why.
Yeah.
We'll get
I
to
do.
it.
And that was part of it too. Like I remembered like when somebody said, "What's Mac and Me like?" I would be like, "Dancing teddy bear." Like that's the first image that pops in my mind. We'll get into the dance part, but that's what I think of, like dancing teddy bear.
Yeah.
Big oval voice,
So
big
fun.
oval eyes and mouth, and like him being a goofball. Like
Mhm.
I kind of just dug
A
it.
really happy ending.
Yeah, very happy. Very happy. The American dream
Yeah.
at its finest.
Yep.
So let's talk about pre-production, how this came to be. So as you now know, This film is a gigantic advertisement.
Yeah. Yes.
Extended advertisement, especially for two products. What are they, Rach?
Coca-Cola and McDonald's.
Yep.
You know what I feel like?
A Big Mac?
Man is a genius.
I'm psychic.
I tell you.
And other things. Rach, would you care to list the other product placements
I would love
that you
to.
found?
I'm so glad that you asked, 'cause I didn't know when I was going to get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just started writing down product placement just for fun. So, yeah, the two, McDonald's and Coca-Cola. We've got Skittles. We've got Dos Equis, or as your dad likes to say, Dosakis.
Yeah.
We were like, we were with them and he ordered
Dasakis.
Dasakis.
Dasakis. And she was like, is that a Japanese beer? He's like, no, Dasakis.
Dasakis? I'd
And
like
then
a Dasakis.
finally she was like, oh, I got it. And we were like, Dad, what are you talking about? And then she goes, he means Dos Equis. And we were like, oh, wow. That's what you were saying?
We got Energizer, United Moving, Valvoline, Sears, Carnation, and, of course, the Chicago Cubs
Yep.
and Bears.
So here's the thing. All movies have product placement.
Yes, they do.
But
They do.
usually, like we talked about this with Karate Kid. He's trying to like cover up the Sprite symbols and stuff like that
Oh,
in that
yes.
movie.
Yep. Mhm.
And so Joe Macchio is, and they're in this film though. They like put them front and center. They're
Mm-hmm.
always positioned perfectly for you to like read exactly what the product is, and like you have plenty of time to like look at the products and their
Mm-hmm. Yes.
labels. It's just very blatant. It's like
Well,
front and center.
They refer to the product as the product. Like,
Yeah.
the Coca-Cola is the only thing that this alien can eat or drink that like keeps them alive, and so they're like, hand me that drink, hand me that Coke.
Yep.
So it's very much like Coca-Cola saves the freaking day in this film.
Absolutely. So they're on their home planet, and they've got like straws
Yep.
that they're breaking into rocks.
Yeah.
And sucking
And
out,
just drinking out
sucking
of the
out
ground.
Coke,
Yeah,
some sort of
apparently.
carbonated sugar water.
Sugar, water,
In there?
obviously, because they like sugar. Skittles was another thing that
Yep.
Mac really loved.
Yeah. And every time they have it, their eyes go so wide. And I kept telling Rach, they look like they're like, I'm flying right now.
Yeah,
like they're like
drug
coked out.
induced.
Yeah. It's like, it's a lot for them, but they're having the time of their lives. They're kind of like when I do ghosts sometimes. I have a
Oh,
ghost
is
and
that
I'm
how
like,
you get?
whoa, I'm freaking feeling high and mighty now.
So much caffeine.
So this was conjured up by a producer named R.J. Lewis.
Okay.
He worked at McDonald's as an advertiser. And then
Love
he
it.
switched to the charity department, worked for the
Oh.
Ronald McDonald House.
Yeah.
And he pitched this movie as a way to market, but also to build up funds for philanthropy. It's not
Oh.
like officially tied to McDonald's.
Okay.
It's tied to like the overarching like food group that runs McDonald's, but
Yeah.
McDonald's is a part of the umbrella.
Sure.
So they were going to share the profits with the Ronald McDonald House. That was the whole idea.
Oh,
It's
wow.
like 50-50 split. During the pitch, he said, I don't really care what you decide to do with this plot that I've just pitched you. All that matters is I want it to be like E.T., and it's non-negotiable that my main character has to be a kid in a wheelchair.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Yeah, those are the two things. He's like, you got to do that.
Yeah.
What'd you think about the wheelchair part?
I loved it. I thought it was great.
I did too.
I loved that they also didn't make it like a huge thing. It was almost just like
Yep.
it was just a matter of fact that our main character was in a wheelchair, and obviously we talk about it like there are things that he can and can't do, but it doesn't, like, that's not the main focus of
Yeah.
the film. And I think in the 80s too, this would have been, maybe I'm overstepping here, but I think this would have been really powerful to see that type of like representation. And he was so cute.
He
was
was.
so good.
He's good.
He's very good.
We're going to talk about him, Jade Caligari, here in a second, but kid's legit good.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that this movie gets pulled out a lot is like, hey, for accessibility and disability,
Yeah.
this is like a movie that treats this character
Mm-hmm.
with a ton of compassion in a way that like we don't even shine a light on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just always present. Besides her mom talking about like, oh, the windows are at a level where you can see out the window every morning.
Yeah.
That's like the only time they ever really mention it.
Yeah.
And
for
then he
sure.
says, my wheelchair goes in the back of the car. It's like, it's just a part of his life. And
Yeah.
nobody seems to give a flying shit.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
Yeah. The only time they don't treat it with care is when they throw him off of a cliff in his wheelchair into the cavern below. But we'll talk about that later. I'm
Oh
sure.
my gosh, a classic scene. If you're a fan of Paul Rudd, you know the scene we're talking about.
Incredible.
We're gonna chat that one up.
I can't believe he's alive after that fall.
So the producer pitches this whole idea. They bring on this guy. He's a Hollywood animal trainer. His
Oh.
name is Stuart Raffle.
Amazing.
He had started to become more of a director though
Mm-hmm.
in recent years before this, and he does a sci-fi movie which is on a topic that you and I argue about. which is the Philadelphia Project.
Can I just say, I feel like this is the second time in this season that we've spoken about the
You know,
Philadelphia
every
Project.
season has like usually an actor who kind of is
Yeah.
the person
the
of the
focus,
year.
It's their season.
This year, I think it's Philadelphia Project is the thing.
Is the thing. It's
Yeah.
the season.
It's a
your
season
time.
of Philadelphia Project. But they had a really bad script, and they brought him in to fix it. And what do you think? Did he fix it? Did he do a pretty good job?
What parts did he fix? Do we know? Do we know when he took over? Because I know when someone took over, I
mean-
could feel it change abruptly.
Oh, okay. So I don't know, like, as far as strict script composition, like, if I think he worked on the whole thing, but everyone had been hired, like, the entire team was all ready to go, and they were just kind of standing by, and they were ready to rock, and so he had to prep for all the shoots while he was writing at night. And then on the weekends, it took him 2 weeks to completely revamp the script. But he said, like, every day he'd be, like, talking to the team, and they'd be like, well, what is this scene even about? And he's like, I don't know. I haven't written it yet.
Oh, my God.
I just got here 2 days ago, and your script is absolute garbage. I'm trying to fix it. I don't know what's going on. And so they're, like, trying to, like, set things up and kind of, like, collaborating while he's still kind of figuring out what the hell the script is going to be.
Wow. So then, like, from an actor standpoint, were they, like, just getting it?
I think this was in
Before that?
pre-pro. I think this
Okay.
is when they're, like, doing set stuff, and, like, I don't think casting has gone on yet.
I see. But still, I mean, to feel to feel that behind on something. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that helps explain some things, but not all things. I don't think all things can be explained away with that.
So I had mentioned Golden State Foods. This is, like, the main people who put up the money for this thing.
Yep.
And so their ass is kind of on the line. They give food, like, they're the food supplier to McDonald's.
Sure.
And so McDonald's is under their umbrella. McDonald's is, like, obviously, like, really attached to this film,
Uh-huh.
and with the whole Mac and all that stuff. And then they convince Coke. They're like, hey, Coke, you should get in on this. We're going to put our products everywhere. It's going to be like a big feature-length advertisement for us. This is going to be awesome. But it's funny because even today, the McDonald's folks say, like, Mac and Me was it's not Mac like Big Mac. It's mysterious alien creature. It has nothing to do with McDonald's.
Duh.
What do you have to say to that, Rach?
I wave the flag. I'd say no. That's not true.
They only say, I was telling Rach, because Rach is like, why are we calling him Mac now? And I was like, the main character says it in, like, 1 3-second moment where there's a lot of shit going on.
I missed it.
And if you're not paying attention 100%, you will never know why they call him Mac.
Yeah, like if he said it while they were in the dance break in the middle of the film, then I missed it because I was watching some, like, amazing jazzercise, some kickball changes, some quad pirouettes. It was amazing.
It wasn't during that moment. It was during the vacuum sequence.
Oh, okay.
When they're, like,
also a fever dream.
They capture him, and then they're, like, going to release him, and then he's, like, all sick, and everybody's yelling at each other and
Yeah.
stuff. It's during that moment.
I see. That
Yeah.
was a good one too, though. I enjoyed that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hadn't fallen off for me just yet.
Oh,
I was like,
good.
okay, sure.
So the distributor for this was Orion Pictures, and they were like, this movie sounds like a gangbanger. We got to make this happen. And so they're doing movies like Rambo, RoboCop, Terminator, and then they do this movie.
Yes.
So it fits right into the catalog.
Yes, I can see it.
I'd say Orion Pictures was like the A24 of their day.
They made a lot of money. Wow.
Now, during pre-production, they scored a major coup because they got somebody legit on board on this creative team. Do you have any guesses?
Ronald McDonald.
Ronald McDonald was signed on.
He was
That was
in this
casting, though.
as himself. He played himself.
He was.
in the McDonald's. We saw
Yeah.
the man, the myth, the legend.
Absolutely.
Hiya, Coach. How's it going? Nice teddy bear.
Pretty cool.
And he actually did commercials when they were advertising for the film when it hit theaters.
oh, really?
And he would, like, it would be him in a chair and he'd be like, I'm here to tell you about this great new film that's coming out.
Amazing.
No, the major coup was the composer.
Oh, well, the music was really great. And I'm not saying that in, like, a facetious way. I think for an 80s film, that the score was great. And then also just, like, the soundtrack was super fun.
Yeah,
The 80s selections that they chose were
Great
fantastic.
80s music. There's
Very
like a
good.
best friend song that plays.
Yes.
Oh gosh, I wrote down the guy who does it. But the guy worked with Peter Cetera, who's the lead singer of Chicago.
Yep.
And so, like, they had this dude who was like pretty legit, like singing about like "You're my best friend, we'll be friends forever."
It was wonderful. It truly was.
And then the score is really good, and this makes all the sense in the world. I actually forgot what he composed. He was up for a couple Oscars.
Oh, okay.
But he did before this. He did Back to the Future.
Okay.
There's even a sequence where I think I turned to you and I said, like, this sounds like Back to the Future.
You did say that.
And then there's he did Who Framed Roger Rabbit the same year that this comes out.
Oh, wow.
And then after this, I think did he do Forrest Gump? I know he did the Avengers movie. Like, he's a
Wow.
legit composer, Alan Silvestri. And the soundtrack that he does for this is completely legit.
Yeah. No jokes made about it. Like, legitimately, very good.
Yeah, it's kind of like Killer Clowns, like where you like are laughing about some points of the movie, but the soundtrack is legit baller.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there were times it even gave me like Stranger Things vibes.
Yeah,
like,
you did.
But in
You
like in a
turned to
good
me and
way.
said that at one point. So let's talk about casting.
Okay.
The main kid, Jade Caligari, played Eric.
Yes.
He has spina bifida.
Okay.
He really is wheelchair bound. Super nice dude. Had never acted before in his life.
Amazing. He was so good.
He was.
He has never acting before. He has no business being that good.
Yep.
I mean, child actors sometimes can like pull it off, but like, he did a nice
but he's
job.
like a middle school actor.
Yeah.
And so like I
Yeah.
feel like when we say that about child actors, it's kind of like 10 and under.
Yeah, that's true.
And then once you get to like 12-ish or above, you have that
You
self-conscious,
start
like, what am I doing with my
trying.
hands? Do
Yeah.
I need to push? What faces am I making? You start thinking about exterior stuff,
Yeah.
external stuff that doesn't matter.
Yeah, and it can look phony sometimes.
But he didn't do that at all.
No.
This dude was like the most comfortable kid in his skin ever.
for sure.
He was awesome. I was so impressed.
Yeah, did he? I mean, maybe you'll say this. Does he ever go on to do anything
I
else
think
film-wise?
he does a couple other things. I didn't write it down,
Okay.
but he leaves acting shortly after this.
Sure, I understand. When you hit the peak, you're kind of like, all right, bye guys.
Hey, it's never gonna get any better than this.
It's not gonna get better than Mac and me.
He's now a photographer.
Cool.
Kind of an interesting fact. He had 16 surgeries by the time he was 13 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Reminds me of my buddy Ryan Moore. He had like that, like a
Yeah.
crazy amount of
Yeah, just
surgeries by the
crazy.
time he was like at that age too.
Mm-hmm.
So talking, you mentioned Ronald McDonald.
Yes.
Let's talk about Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, let's talk about his casting. Who gave him the cast?
So this is wild. In an earlier draft of the movie, and I think when they had cast Ronald McDonald, he was going to be a much bigger role.
Oh.
He was going to serve as this like guide / like
Yep.
I'm your like parental guidance figure for Eric.
Yeah, I'll help you figure out how to get him back to space.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it was going to be. And Ronald was going to be the person who's like, I'm going to help you, kid.
Yeah.
And they were like, this isn't working. Like,
Yeah.
this just isn't going to play.
Yeah, that would have felt creepy. To
Yeah,
have like this,
it would've
like, I don't know how
terrible.
you're going to connect with this clown other than the birthday party scene, but there's no reason that you should come in contact with Ronald McDonald
Uh-huh.
on your day-to-day living. Like, this doesn't make any sense.
It already was a big commercial, but I can like give him a pass because of like some of the artistic decisions they were making. But if Ronald would have been this guide character, it would have just been so slap you over
Yeah,
the head.
it's
like,
too much.
This is a commercial for McDonald's.
It's too much.
You better get on
They
board.
used such restraint, I would say.
I-
With that element of
absolutely.
this,
Yeah.
a lot of restraint was held.
With the storytelling part?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with making sure that was not Ronald McDonald being our narrator. That was
Absolutely.
good. Kudos to you.
Good choice.
Good choice.
Now, some other good choices they made is the initial moms that they went after were two actresses.
Okay.
Two 80s actresses. One you would say is like super hot, kind of sex potty, and the other one is more like scary but can be fun. Do you have any guesses?
No, I'm just thinking,
Okay.
like, what am I going to guess?
For the first one,
Yeah.
sex pot, Kim Basinger.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And then the second one, think witch.
I can't think of her name, but she was the lead in Witches.
Yep.
Angela, what's her last name?
Angelica Houston.
Angelica Houston.
Really
I was
good,
like,
Rach.
right? Yeah.
So
Yes.
they both were offered the mom first. They declined. They said the script was terrible.
Well, did they get the script with Ronald McDonald as the spiritual guide, or did
I
they
don't know.
get the later version of
Good
it?
question.
Because that
Great
would have made
question.
my choice all the more different.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So it went to this actress named Christine Ebersol.
Everything's ruined.
It's totally ruined. It wasn't me, Mom. It's the little creature. I saw it.
The house is totally destroyed.
What do you want me to say?
I don't want you to say anything.
Who was in Tootsie.
Okay.
What'd you think of her?
I thought she was great.
I did too. I thought she was
I had
excellent.
seen her
mom.
before, and I have seen Tootsie a long time ago, so maybe it was that I recognized her from, but she was great.
She also has like a small turn in Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, she has like this. There's like this award banquet or something, or like this
okay.
big event that she's at. She speaks at and stuff.
Maybe it's that. It's probably Tootsie though. I recognized her from like the '80s time.
Yeah.
Period.
Yep. Anybody else from the rest of the cast that you wanted to pull out from our leads?
I mean, honestly, I thought all the kids were like pretty good. I thought the
Yep.
little girl was really cute.
I thought the little girl was very cute.
They only believe what they want to believe. They already think you got schizophrenia. Schizo what? Freakia. It's when you see people that really aren't there.
She was like fighting for her life during that last scene when we all think that Eric is dead and she's just crying. And there's moments where she just looks up to the sky and just goes, and there's tears down her face. It was like, give her the Oscar.
She's working her
doing it.
ass off.
She's doing the work. She's crying more than the mom's crying.
Yep.
Like she's just like lost her best friend and it has like my girl vibes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep.
So sweet. She's
yep.
cute.
She is. She's very cute. I thought she was adorable. The brother, there were moments where I thought he was like too big at the beginning, but he's also like making a lot of really fun, interesting choices
I
and
liked
stuff.
him.
We didn't do it, Mom. He came back.
Come on, are you telling me this thing came in and cleaned up the house?
Well, think about it. Would we do something like this?
That's a good point.
And then he's a good brother.
He's a sweet big brother.
And so I always love when you see sweet brother
Yeah.
relationships.
Yeah, when he's not like a jerk for no reason.
Yep.
You're like, why? Why? And not that big brothers can't be jerks for no reason, but you know, it's can be an '80s trope. I think.
Yeah,
at
for
times,
sure.
so.
Even like Josh Brolin and Sean Astin and Goonies, I want them to be a little closer.
Yeah.
They're close, but they're not. I just want to turn it up one notch on the dial.
Yeah.
Like make them love each other just a tiny bit more.
Just bump it.
And now there was somebody in your favorite scene in the movie.
Yeah, the McDonald's dance break scene.
There is somebody in the background that I pointed out to you. I was like, this person. Do you want to
Yeah.
describe like what she looked like?
I thought that she was Paula Abdul for a hot second, but then
Sure.
that wasn't going to work timeline-wise with age and whatnot. But again, I saw her for like maybe 1/1000.
Yep.
Maybe 2 1,000s.
What color hair? Did you gather that?
Like brunette or black?
Nope. It was blonde.
Oh, were we looking at the same person?
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know. I was pointing right at the
I
screen.
said Paula Abdul, so if it's
I mean, that should have
Did a-
cued me that maybe you got the
I
wrong
don't
person.
think I looked at the right person then.
They were pretty. They were kind of tan,
Okay.
blonde.
Okay.
They kind of had like curlier hair.
Okay.
It's like almost like a blondish brunette, dishwater blonde hair.
You described half of the 80s
I
population.
know, I know. This isn't to like cue you. I'm just like
okay.
setting it up.
I'm going to need more hints than
And at the time, they were probably 14 years old
that. Okay.
when this is being filmed.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
No, but you're in the right like ballpark.
I don't think I am.
It was Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, really?
A young ass Jennifer
Whoa.
Aniston is sitting in the background as an extra in this movie.
Did she get to dance at all?
Nope, she didn't get to dance at all.
Ah,
She sits on the
dang.
side. And the funny thing is, in the clip that they show, she looks bored.
Yeah.
She actually looks like she's not having a good time. Everybody else is clapping and kind of like
Yeah,
bobbing their shoulders.
getting into it.
And she's like looking to the side and kind of looks like she's pissed.
Why? Because she doesn't get to dance.
Yeah, I'd be mad
There's
too.
some amazing dances. I know we'll get there, but maybe can I just
You can go into it right now.
I can't not talk about it for another minute. I have to talk about it now.
You're just dying.
Just when I thought I couldn't have any more fun, we roll up to this birthday party at McDonald's. You know it's going to be a good
This
time.
is an hour in.
Yeah.
Yep, this is like right at the hour mark.
Yeah.
This is a perfect place.
And for those of you who don't know, in the 80s/90s, when you were a kid, we went to McDonald's for our birthdays.
You had your birthday there like almost exclusively for like 5 years of your life, right?
No, not me. Not me particularly, but like my different siblings. Like we would all do like a McDonald's birthday was like aces.
Would it always have to have the play place?
I mean, it was in Sioux City, so yeah, I guess you go to like one that has one and one that doesn't. I think you would normally choose the one that has it.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you should have.
So, anyway, so this was a very common occurrence. And so when they said that they were going to a birthday party at McDonald's, I was like, yes, nostalgia. I love it. What are we going to do? We roll up, and all of a sudden,
In the parking lot.
in the parking lot, not even inside yet. And I thought they were like hired performers to start. I wasn't like
Because they
I
were
won't-
older. They were like Mid-20s.
20-something-year-olds just having like this amazing beatbox dancing
Yep.
thing out and all these like little kids.
18
like,
to
yeah.
8-year-olds.
Yeah, all just jamming,
In a
just
circle,
vibing in the parking lot. outside of
Clapping,
McDonald's.
bobbing. Jennifer Aniston's in that group.
And then we get inside McDonald's, and this place is packed. There's probably like 50 kids there.
Yeah.
Like, again, ranges
Well,
8 to 28,
And
I
it's
would
for
say.
that girl's birthday party.
We assume they're all there for the party, but
I
we
think
don't know for
so.
sure. We've got football players dressed in USC outfits.
Yeah, University of Southern California.
They're-
They're
they showed
dancing.
up.
Yep.
We got ballerinas in like the traditional pink ballet outfit. We've
Yep.
got, again, our beatbox dancers. This place is in fuego. And all of a sudden, as she's opening presents and stuff, some
Yeah, just
magical
random.
voice comes over the intercom and's like, all right, let's get this dance party competition started. And you're like, what?
Wait, we're at a dance
Wait,
competition?
what are we
So those guys in the parking lot, I bet they were warming up.
Yeah.
They have like a great
Oh.
act, and they're like, "Oh, we're kind of. I think we're gonna
Absolutely.
kill it.
We're gonna
Let's
kill
run
it."
through the routine one more time."
That's exactly what's happening, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Guys, I just don't know what else to say. You have to. I'm sure you can find this somewhere. You have to watch this scene. This is the scene that when we were done
Yep.
watching it, I said, "Can we watch that one more time? Can we go back to the McDonald's dance scene?"
Yep.
It was incredible.
So it
was amazing.
There's so many fun elements that are going on in this scene. Number one, the dancing is legit amazing.
Yeah, it's like flash dance
Yep.
meets chorus line meets like it's
Yes.
amazing dancing.
Yep. The
So
choreography
good.
is a blast. It's like
Mhm.
80s at its finest.
Yeah.
And the costuming is fantastic. It
Mhm.
takes you back to a time period that you didn't get to experience, and you're like, "Frick, man, that is
Oh, If
awesome."
only I had
The
been
hair
alive.
is amazing. The music is fun. And then to cap it all off, Mac is there. And he's dressed
The
in a
alien Mac.
gigantic teddy bear costume.
Yep.
They've cut the
He's
eyeballs
incognito.
out of it.
Mhm.
And he starts dancing.
Hi, Michael.
The thing I was telling you about, it's in the teddy suit.
Oh, no way. So cute.
Yeah, real cute. Listen, those guys were following us. They're here.
Well, what are we going to do?
I don't know. Just keep him dancing. They'll just think it's a teddy.
He starts dancing on the counter at the McDonald's.
And everyone's having a
everyone's
great time.
Loving
They
it.
love him.
I'm loving it. I am loving it.
Oh, we didn't even tell our audience the best part about all of this.
What was that?
To celebrate this movie and to get us in the zone for
Oh,
what we were
yes.
going to see, what did we do, Rach?
You know what I feel like?
A Big Mac?
Man is a genius.
I'm psychic.
I tell you.
Girl, we ran our little butts down to our local McDonald's and I was going to say packed on
Packed on
Packed
the
on
pounds.
the
Yes,
pounds.
we did.
Packed on some poundage. We had our little rewards from our app, and we were like,
Yeah.
use them all. I want the biggest sandwich you got. So I got a Big Mac.
I did a double quarter pounder, which I never do anymore. That's way too much food now.
Yeah, how are you feeling after that?
I feel fine.
Yeah?
I'll be honest, it was just okay. They kind of,
Mm.
it wasn't as juicy as they usually are.
Sure.
And so, yeah, I had like a little bit of a mediocre experience.
Yeah.
But to also celebrate, I always get Diet Coke there.
Mhm.
I got a Coke.
A regular Coke.
In honor of Mac,
Good Lord.
I got a regular Coke. That's a lot of cows.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so we were McDonald's vibing
Yes.
pre
we're
the
in
scene,
it.
and I didn't even know what kind of treat I was in for.
Hey, how much would somebody have to pay you? We, after filming this podcast,
Mhm.
we go set up an old style boombox.
Yeah.
We get a group together.
Mhm.
We're in a musical right now. We get
Yeah.
like a couple castmates together.
Okay.
And then we like create a circle, and most of them are just sitting and like clapping their hands. And some of us are absolutely busting a move. And
Mhm.
you have to be one of those people.
Mhm.
And people like are driving around us in the parking lot or
Mhm.
like pulling up
Mhm.
and walking past. Like, what the hell are these guys doing? What would you have to do to be convinced to do that?
Nothing.
$0.
$0. I do that for free.
Wow.
If I had enough people, enough friends, I'd do that for free.
Now, would you wear suspenders backwards?
Yes. Yes, I would.
Because the lead dancer in the parking lot, he's got suspenders put on
Mhm.
the wrong part. And it's fun. I love it.
It's 80s beatbox dance garb. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm there with bells on.
Wow. Okay.
I'm loving it.
That's awesome. So they shot that sequence, and a lot of this movie, they shot it on a soundstage that McDonald's already owned that they did for all
Great.
of their training videos.
Oh,
That McDonald's
wonderful.
that you saw was the literal McDonald's training video McDonald's.
Incredible.
It all has functioning equipment and
Mhm.
everything, but nobody ever has like really eaten at one because they just do like,
'Cause it's
now
just for
when you're
showing."
making the fries, you got to do this,
Yeah.
and so, but nobody ever is like being served. So this is like the first time that kids are being served at this training McDonald's.
Oh, they actually got to eat the food.
Yeah, brah.
Amazing.
Yeah, and just to reinforce why we're all here, they
Mhm.
put Ronald McDonald in the scene.
He was there. He was making like balloon animals and magic tricks. It was
Yep.
great. It wasn't too creepy.
No.
If you have him in for any more, it gets a little weird.
Yep.
But like, no, it was like the perfect amount of Ronald McDonald.
Were you freaked out by Ronnie McD?
No. No.
I wasn't either.
He was not a scary clown to me.
No.
No. He was
Me neither.
usually pretty even keeled, I
Yeah.
thought.
What makes you scary versus Ronnie McD not seeming scary?
I think
What's the
him
key?
being the narrator of this film would be like scary. Like, why are you hanging out with these kids too much?
Yeah. Okay.
Like he never crossed the creepy line for me.
Because
Maybe
he-
he should have, but
Do you think it's because like whenever he was hanging out with kids, he'd like do some fun things and then he'd get out of there, and then
Yeah,
he'd go hang
maybe.
out with the Hamburglar and
Yeah.
what's the big purple guy?
Grimace?
Grimace. Yeah. Was it? Were those the only two characters, or was there anybody else? There's like a Fry, isn't there? Like a Fry
There's definitely a
monster
Fry.
thing.
Or a burger person.
Oh yeah, there's a walking burger.
Yeah, but how does that work with a hamburger?
Why I know you think he'd always be trying to steal.
for some reason, I keep wanting to say Big Bird, but no, he's not a part of that crew. He runs with Sesame Street. I don't remember.
They were like a ragtag group though.
It really was.
But we as kids, we knew all of those people.
At one point, I did know these characters.
I had a cartoon movie where they're
Mm.
all like walking through a jungle and they
Oh.
get lost and
Oh,
it's
no.
rainy and they're trying to find their way back to McDonald's land. Yeah, it was like I watched it fairly frequently.
To
was-
simpler times, am I right?
It was good. You guys should check it out.
Yeah.
Rach.
Hmm.
So the movie, you mentioned that it lost you at one point. Do you want to talk about like when it lost you?
Did I say lost?
Oh, not like lost, like you were confused. I don't think. I think it like lost you enjoyment style.
It just no, I was enjoying it the whole time. What
okay.
I meant to say is like there was at one point where we stopped trying to be like just like a really like good 80s alien movie because again like the writing was pretty good, the acting was pretty good up to like a certain spot, and then we just went crazy, and that probably started like a little bit before the dance, the McDonald's dance. But I loved it. I had a great time, and then shenanigans get crazy after that as they go into the desert, and there's freaking explosions and walking through fire, all kinds of things that we may or may not get to, but.
Magic resuscitation.
Yeah, I just think at some point, like, it just decided to go off the deep end.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't that I wasn't having fun anymore. It was just that it was like, oh, okay, this is not gonna even touch E.T.
Sure,
in the
yep.
sense of like it being like a good quote unquote movie.
Yeah.
Because now
Well,
we're crazy.
Let's talk about one of those crazy things.
Okay,
And we can talk about any of those other ones that you want to chat about as well. But
Sure.
I just have one that I want to bring up.
just one.
So let's talk about the grocery store explosion.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about
What'd you
that.
think of that explosion?
It was crazy. It was huge. There's like this
Gigantic.
shootout between the aliens and the officers who come to get them. By aliens now we have like the Mac's family. They've been reunited. They're all together, and yeah, they just start shooting at each other, and then the store behind them blows up.
Yeah,
I think the aliens blow it up.
It's
I don't know
kind
how
of
that
unclear. Like there's gas that was nearby, but like I don't think the gas is right where they're shooting. Is it? Is that what made it explode?
Yeah, I decided to not spend too much brain power on figuring out how and the why, other
Yeah.
than just like it's happening. There's a giant explosion
Mhm.
happening right now, and then our main character Eric is like caught in the crossfire, and like he's laying dead in the parking lot.
So you
Oof.
at one point you thought he got shot?
Well, I assume so.
Okay, he did not get shot.
He didn't get shot.
No,
okay.
and that's what I'm going to bring up. He died in the explosion.
Oh, like the explosion.
The explosion
killed him.
killed him,
Got it,
even though he
got it.
was not engulfed in flames.
Yeah. No.
It just like knocked him over in his wheelchair and he
Yeah.
was dead.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
yeah. Explosions happen.
He was in the original version.
Mm-hmm.
He was shot. They were shooting at the dad alien,
Uh-huh.
and he got in the middle and he got shot by a bullet.
Oh boy.
And then the thing exploded still just to make extra chaos.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just the gunshot.
Okay.
But they decided after showing it to test audiences were like, this is way too morbid.
Mm-hmm.
You've created this family goofy film. It makes no sense for this kid to get shot.
Yeah.
And so they decided, okay, well, we'll just like film a couple new things, but in general, we'll just have the explosion when we had him in the wheelchair right in front of it.
Sure.
That will serve, like, the audience will just piece together that, yeah, the explosion must have killed him.
Yeah.
Did that work for you?
Yeah, because I've seen Hurt Locker. I know explosions can kill you. You just get close
Sure,
to it.
okay.
You know, the sonic waves come out and like, yeah, your brain gets smashed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You don't have to be on the explosion to have it kill you. You know, it's like there's a radius.
Mm-hmm.
So I was using that. I was using that knowledge.
Sure.
My bomb knowledge.
You were using your Hurt Locker bomb
my
knowledge.
Locker bomb knowledge.
And
yeah.
so, what did you think about the aliens being impenetrable by gunshot or fire?
Yeah, I loved it. I think like we should always protect our like aliens like that, and like I don't think that it would have been too scary if they were getting hurt or like actually like afflicted by bullets. Like
Sure.
it's not a kids movie anymore.
Yeah.
If you know you can't just have a force field around you.
Mm-hmm.
Although I will say, because it was the 80s, I was a little nervous because sometimes our 80s movies got a little dark, our
Yeah,
80s
for
kids
sure.
movies.
Yep.
So, like, when they find Mac's family and they're in that cave and his family...
They all look like they're dead.
They're all laying on the ground, the dad, the mom,
Eyes
and the
wide
sister. Yeah, their eyes wide open, and I'm just like... Oh no, are they dead? Like, I'm thinking they're going to be resuscitated, but like, it was kind of like a little touch and go there for a minute. And then,
Yeah.
of course, they feed them some Coca-Cola, and the Coca-Cola resuscitates them and brings
Yeah,
them back
it's
to
like
life.
it's like a ghost. Like, take this tie. I know you've worked on that term paper as 20 pages and you pulled an all-nighter. Have a little bit of this ghost, and I'm like, whoa, it's time to mow the lawn.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I think I like sip my Diet Coke along with them. Like, yes, we're alive, we're alive.
Rach, this movie came out
Mhm.
August 12th, 1988.
Ah,
I've done all 80s movies so far this season.
have you now?
I have. Karate Kid, Running Man, now this.
Yep.
The movie cost $13 million to make.
Okay.
All the explosions, car crashes.
Yeah.
We had a lot of like stunt stuff that we did.
A lot
with
of
this.
practical effects.
Yeah. Yep.
Those are expensive.
They are. They
the
are.
Mac was pretty darn good.
Mac was cute as a button. We can get into that costuming.
No, I
want
keep
to.
pulling you off your
No,
your
that's
track
fine.
here.
You want to guess how much it made at the box office? Cost $13 million.
In total, what
Yep.
it made?
How much did it make total?
So if it was 13 mil in total, it made, and this is up to date.
This is up to date. Well, not counting DVD sales.
Oh no. We'll say 50 mil.
Less.
20 mil?
Less.
Less. 15 mil?
Less. It cost $13 million. It made a little over $6 million.
Oh no.
It was a total flop city. Reminder,
Mm,
it's supposed to be profit sharing.
yeah.
Half of it was going to go to the grocery company or whatever who funded
Yeah.
this movie,
Yep.
paid the $13 million,
Mhm.
and the other half was going to go to the Ronald McDonald House. I don't know if they split those
no.
profits
Mhm.
and the grocery company just took an even bigger loss,
Yeah.
or if they just couldn't give any money to the Ronald McDonald House. I couldn't find that part of the
How
information.
does that work?
It released at number 11 at the box office.
Oh my gosh.
Even after that McDonald's commercial,
I was going to say, they were pumping
push.
out commercials for this like crazy.
it never got higher, dropped to 13th the next week. The same
Wow.
week that it came out, Young Guns came out. Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
It's a cowboy movie. Emilio Estevez, Charlie Sheen.
Hmm.
Kiefer Sutherland's in it too.
Sure.
And then movies from previous weeks were still up. The top 3 that week was Young Guns,
Mm-hmm.
Cocktail. Have you ever seen Cocktail?
Mm-mm.
It's not good.
Yeah.
It's Tom Cruise and it's a
Mhm.
shit show.
Yeah.
And then Die Hard.
Ah, well, okay.
So-
I know that one.
Taglines. How 2 boys worlds apart become the best of friends. Eric's new in the neighborhood. Mac's new on the planet. Out of this world and into your heart. Do you have a favorite?
The last one.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Because that's the most true.
Do you have a guess on what the Rotten Tomatoes score is?
I don't think people were kind to this, and
Yeah.
they probably should have been, but I would say the critics are going to put her at like 18%.
Lower.
Lower than 18?
It's a 7%.
Wow.
The
Ooh, that's
audience
harsh.
score, 38%.
Also kind of harsh, audience.
Also harsh. Critics' consensus.
Yeah, what did they say?
Mac and Me is duly infamous.
Hmm.
Not only is it a pale imitation of E.T., it's also a thinly veiled feature-length commercial for McDonald's and Coca-Cola.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about veiled at all. Like,
Yeah,
what veil?
Yep, the veil has been lifted. I
No
would
veil.
say. LA Times
Mm-hmm.
says, this is E.T. in a sticky wrapper, left under the heater 2 hours too long. The Washington Post said, E.T. phone home? More like E.T. call a lawyer. Cisco gave it 1.5 stars, and the San Francisco Chronicle says this is the worst film of all time.
No.
The
no,
Brits
no.
at the Telegraph say, no, that's too harsh, San Fran.
Mm-hmm.
It is one of the worst films
Yeah,
of all time.
I
Not
mean-
the worst.
I still don't even agree with that. Like, have you guys seen the Super Mario's Bro movie?
Have you seen Spice World?
We'll get back to that.
But not to be too negative, I do want to bring up somebody who really enjoyed it.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Nope, not me. Jonah Kay on Rotten Tomatoes says, the most beautiful thing to ever grace my eyeballs. Everyone should watch this. They should teach Mac and Me in schools. I'm still waiting for Mac and Me 2 to hit theaters. My favorite movie ever. E.T., you can go turn all white and crusty. Like I said, this is known as a trashterpiece. It was up for a lot of Razzies. It won Worst Director,
Oh, okay.
and it won Worst New Star.
Mac?
No.
Who?
Ronald McDonald.
It's like, they didn't do it to Eric. They didn't do Eric
There's
dirty.
no
He
way.
did nothing
There's
wrong.
no way anybody in their right mind could watch this movie and give Eric a Worst Actor award.
No. God, no.
He's closer to a Best Actor award than a Worst Actor
For
award.
sure. For sure. He's like one of those best actors in a terrible movie type
Yeah.
of situations.
Yep.
He's just good.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Yeah, I was curious because at the very end, and I won't.
No, we
spoil
can
the
talk
whole-
about it. Ask it now.
Well, there's a scene where we're just driving off into the sunset at the end, and there's this like "we'll be back" little bubble that pops up, and I was like, more? Is there another one?
There is not another
There's
one.
not another one.
This was supposed to have a sequel.
Yeah.
It was canceled after it did so poorly in the box office. I mean, this
Sure.
is like the worst. It didn't lose as much money as other films have lost,
Mm.
but like as far as like total box office receipts,
Yeah.
this is one of the worst movies of 1988. Home sales have led to renewed interest though, and so there are
Wait, what? Home sales?
like streaming,
Oh,
DVDs,
oh, I
VHSs.
thought you meant house sales.
No,
Like
no.
more. I was like, what are you talking
Yeah, in
about?
the Sacramento area.
Yeah,
No,
oh, okay.
in general,
Yes.
it's done well after the fact.
I gotcha.
And so because of that, it is like drumming up a little of interest.
Yeah,
It's kind of
yeah.
like Killer Clowns is,
Sure.
right now.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, there might be appetite
Do you
for a
guys remember
sequel.
this movie?
We might want to really strongly consider
Let's
this.
just think about it. Let's just talk about it.
Do
Don't
you
say
want
no.
a sequel?
I want more. Yeah, I want more of this. I do. I had so much fun.
Here's what I'll say. If they redo it, they don't even have to change much about Mac because Mac was so cute. I want an updated design for the parents and the rest of the family members.
Yeah.
They look too gross. They look like old turds. They look
were really
old
gross
crusty
looking.
turds that I find from my dogs in the yard. And then they gave them arms and
Whoa.
legs and made them have big eyes and a rounded mouth. They're walking turds is what they are. So they're just too crusty and gross looking. They need to change that design. I'll be honest, it affected my score more than you can imagine.
Oh yeah.
The opening scene
Mm-hmm.
where they're on Mars,
Yeah.
I hated.
Yeah. Lasts way too long.
Yep.
For
Until
one.
they get to Earth and they're breaking out of the science facility,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, God, this movie's so bad. I can't even imagine this being you sat down, you paid so much money to go to the theaters, you're with your whole family, and you watch this opening scene and you think in your head, F, what did I just do? Why did I get myself into this big shithole? But then the movie brightens up so much and it
Yeah.
becomes such a good time
Mhm.
that then you're like, oh, okay, phew. But then I feel like it takes a dip again when the family comes back because they're so gross looking. They move so slow. They're
They're
like are
so
kind
weird.
of just a little annoying.
Yeah. Yeah.
and
you're
Mac
not
is so
wrong.
fun.
The family kind of ruins it for me. But you need that dynamic, but I think
Yeah.
you need it like an ET version where it's just the baby that's left behind and then the family is still in space and
Well,
you get him back to space.
That's the question for you. Is E.T. a baby?
No, I don't think so. But he's trying to get home, so
Yeah.
he's supposed to be cute-ish.
How weird is it that E.T.'s a plant?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I don't know if Spielberg said that or somebody else said that, but E.T. is technically a plant.
Yeah, on his planet. That's
Yep.
right. Did I learn that on the ride?
I don't know. Maybe. The ride is a trip.
The ride
The
in
first
Disney
half
World?
is just the movie.
Or it's not Disney World. It's
Universal,
Universal.
right?
Yeah.
And then the second half is you're on his planet and there's a bunch of weird shit going on. You feel like you're on shrooms. If you want to know
LSD.
shrooms, it's a little bit like that. It's psychedelic. You're like, wow, things got
Whoa.
wild.
Whoa.
I thought it was already crazy, but this took it to a whole nother
Yeah,
level.
that's just another world.
Speaking of E.T., they asked Spielberg, did you ever think about suing McDonald's for what they did with this E.T. ripoff?
Yeah,
And
what'd
he
he
said
say?
in an interview, no, I didn't want to make anyone else watch it to determine if I had cause or not.
Oh, that's a classy answer, Spielberg.
It
I
really
love that.
is.
And good on him not to
Take it too
get hung up on it.
seriously,
It's
yeah.
like obviously it
I mean,
didn't,
lost money. It's like,
it didn't hurt your legacy. If
No.
anything, it cements your legacy as being like the 80s alien movie.
Yeah.
You are. And it is obviously E.T. is a better film. It
Mhm.
just is. Was it a little scary? Yeah, it was a little scary as a kid, but it is a classic. It is the better film.
Rach, this leads me to this question. This is not on the format. We're just going off the dome now. We're going rogue.
Whoa.
What's your favorite alien movies?
Independence Day.
Independence Day is your favorite of all time?
Yeah.
For aliens?
Guardians of the Galaxy is also up there.
Oh, yeah. Guardians is great. That's a good one.
Alien movies is really hard because it's such a wide genre.
It is.
As
It really is.
As I just pointed
Yeah,
out.
Guardians is a really good choice. That might be up there for
Guardians
me.
is great.
I like Signs a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Scary.
I like Wall-E. Does that count? They're robots.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
They-
Maybe it doesn't count.
I don't know if that counts anymore.
Yeah, actually,
They're
it
just
probably
like
doesn't
it's
count.
just future, and the people in space are humans, so
Yeah. Yep.
they're not aliens technically. Yeah. Independence Day though feels like a good this type of alien movie, like alien
Mhm.
invasion movie. It's Independence Day forever.
Sure.
Forever.
Very cool. This movie led to Disney partnering with McDonald's.
Oh.
So they had heard about this partnership with Coke and McDonald's coming together to do advertising
the
adventures
money.
and stuff.
Mhm.
And so while this movie is actually being filmed
Mm-hmm.
and during post, Disney immediately enters into negotiations with McDonald's and is like, "Hey, is there any way once the deal had been solidified, is there any way you can drop this Mac and Me business?" And they're like, "No, it's already going." But McDonald's was also getting kind of annoyed with how the movie was turning up. And they're like, "Ugh, we just have to see this movie through. No, don't worry about it, Disney. It won't affect us or affect you." But this gave us the I don't know. I think it went to 2002, the Disney McDonald's Happy Meal partnership that we all
Yes.
enjoyed.
So that's when you talk about partnership. That's what you're talking
Happy
about.
Meal
is
toys.
The Happy Meal
and
toys.
the commercials that went along with that.
Oh, some of my happiest memories are collecting the Disney Happy Meal toys.
What were your
specifically.
favorites?
There was one summer that we were on vacation, and it was the summer of Mulan, and I think
Yeah,
we got
yep.
almost all of the characters.
Oh, that's such a cool thing when you can
Yeah.
get them all.
Yeah, and that sounds like, wow, you guys went to McDonald's that much. No, we didn't. But
There's
I was
six
there's a
of you.
family of well, I know, but Happy Meals wise, we were a family of 4, and if you ask the ladies at the counter just right, they sometimes will make sure you each get a different one.
Oh
And
yeah,
so
my mom used to do that all the time.
exactly,
She'd
oh,
be
we
like,
already
"Do you have this
one?"
one?" And then I would just trade them in until I got one that I didn't have already.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It's the best. It was the best. But that was the summer that I feel like I got the closest
Yeah.
to getting them all. Hunchback summer we got a lot as well too.
My favorite was Hercules
Oh, that was a good one.
because you got 2 of them. Do you
Mhm.
remember that?
I don't.
So they would have a little action figure that was posable that with arms that moved and stuff,
Mhm.
and it sat inside of another action figure that kind of snapped together.
Oh,
And so
okay.
it'd be the Titan, the Tornado Titan.
Yeah.
You pop the Tornado Titan over. Oh, here's Hermes.
Cool.
Or the big what's the guy with all the heads? The Hydra.
Yeah.
You pop the Hydra open. And, oh, it's Hercules.
I
So you
do
got
remember
2
that.
toys with one.
We love that. We love this era.
This
so
was
fun.
the golden age.
Oh, kids don't even know. Do they get toys anymore?
Yeah, I think that Mario Brothers did a thing
they get
for
'em?
a
Okay.
while. I think
Just
a lot of
depends on
the
the movie.
kids movies, How to Train Your Dragon, Smurfs, all that stuff. I think they usually do.
They still get them. Okay.
Yep. But I don't think it's a partnership with Disney anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know
guess
if
that would be different.
Disney. I don't think you can do toys through Disney.
Mm,
But maybe I don't know.
got it.
Let's talk about Paul Rudd.
Let's talk about Paul
Rach,
Rudd.
what did I show you before we popped on here? You did not know about this.
No, I was like,
I can't believe
asking
it escaped you,
questions,
but you did not know.
And you were talking about Paul Rudd, and I was like, what? Is he in this? What are you talking about? So unbeknownst to me, and maybe to you as well, listeners, but every time that Paul Rudd goes on an interview on the Conan O'Brien show, specifically just the Conan, not any other one, just Conan. That's his joke
He
there.
did it even recently on his podcast. This is so funny. He's like talking about this audio project that he's been working on that he wanted to show him. And it like Conan was like legitimately convinced.
No.
And then he played just the audio from the scene. And Conan was like, this means nothing. That's like what he kept saying like in the interview. He's like, this means nothing. And Paul Rudd's like, yeah, it doesn't mean anything. It's fun. And he's like, it just means nothing. Why do you always do this?
So he's getting mad about it.
Well, I think he plays like he's mad.
Yeah.
Like he's always upset. Like he's always irritated that it
Sure,
happens.
that he got him again.
Yep.
But yeah, so he always shows this clip, which we didn't really talk about in depth, but essentially our main character, Eric, goes out to explore his backyard. He's kind of like going past where his yard is and where this like maybe nature reserve kind of begins. And he's trying to go find Mac. He's hearing all this like whistling, and so he all of a sudden like takes off, and his wheelchair, the brakes like kick out or something like that, and he just gets going down this hill, and he's rolling, and all of a sudden he in his wheelchair goes off of the edge of a cliff into this like ravine below. It's definitely a fall that would kill you.
Yeah.
It's definitely
but
far
there's
enough.
water below. There is water below.
You can still die
for
from
sure.
too high of a jump, and somehow he lives because Mac ends up saving him in the water. But it's wild to see.
Yeah.
It's so wild. And apparently, so Paul Rudd, every time he's on Conan, shows him this clip. And you like will play it off like it's like, oh, here's a part of my new movie you want to see.
Yep.
Which
Yep.
is amazing.
It's so funny.
You've been showing that stupid clip on my show.
Thank you.
For, I think, 15 years. It's from a movie called Mac and Me. Oh. And you always convince me you're not going to show it again.
I know.
And you promise me you're not going to show it again, and you show it again.
I couldn't pass up the opportunity, and I apologize. Thank you for doing that. I actually do have a clip, but I wanted to do that at least one more time. I'm in Atlanta. I had to at least, get it out there.
All right.
But I actually did have the act.
You do have
Yes.
one. Okay, let's take a look. All right, get out.
It's so funny. So Paul Rudd says that he fell in love with this movie when he saw it, and it's the moment where Mac and Me is running away from dogs, and he gets trapped in this tree, and there's this best friend songs that plays. This is like the Peter Cetera, the guy who wrote for Peter Cetera, for this song, and it sounds like that. It's like it's
so
really
good.
fun. It's like we're gonna be friends forever.
There's little alien puppets in a tree, and all these like cute different dogs are barking at him. And you were saying at one point, because all the dogs were chasing him, you're like, how'd they get the dogs to chase him? Ty, the director, is an animal trainer.
Oh my gosh, he is! I didn't even piece it together.
He knew exactly what to do.
Yeah, the dogs were like really well trained.
They were great.
They were doing awesome
It was so
work.
fun.
Yep, horses too.
Horses were
The
well
horses
trained.
like run with the van at
beautiful.
one point. Yeah, it's actually a
Some
gorgeous
great
shot.
shots.
But Paul Rudd almost didn't pick this clip. This now infamous thing that's kept this Mac and Me craze kind of alive.
Sure.
And instead, he was going to play a scene from Baby Geniuses, which I've never seen.
Also a good time. What?
I've never seen Baby Geniuses.
Oh my gosh, I don't think I knew that.
He was on Conan though for the finale for Friends, where him and Phoebe get married.
Yeah.
And that's where this originated. I watched the original thing. It was really funny. And he was like, hey, I don't know if I should be doing this, but I actually have a clip. And Conan's like, you have a clip of the final episode of Friends? He's like, yeah, he goes, I don't think they knew that I wasn't supposed to have it, but I just asked the guys in the truck and they gave me like a little piece of it. And Conan's like, oh my God, this is amazing. He's like, do you mind if I show you guys what it is? And Conan's like, crowd, do you guys want to see a little bit of the last episode of Friends? Everybody goes nuts or whatever. Yeah. And then he plays this and it's so funny because Conan is like just like flabbergasted because it's the first time this joke happened.
Yeah,
and
was he not in on
no,
the joke?
Paul Rudd told him that he
my
had gone
God.
to the backstage guys and he's like, hey, I have this idea for this gag. I want to pull on Conan. I think it'll be really funny. and they were like in on the
Oh my
joke
God.
too. So because obviously he couldn't get the last episode of Friends to
No,
like
no,
show,
I knew that,
and
but-
people go on there and they show a clip from their movie, and so like he was like, oh, what am I gonna do? And so that's what he did, and it's so funny, and it just becomes like this running thing. Only Judd Apatow got so pissed off
What?
about this when he did it for This Is 40. And actually Disney didn't love that he did it for the Ant-Man stuff. You know, they kind of, I showed you that one. They combined the clips a little bit.
Yeah, yep.
But they also were not super happy, is
Yeah.
what Paul Rudd said.
Yeah.
But Judd Apatow was furious.
Yeah.
He's like, this is your opportunity to advertise for our movie that we made.
Yeah.
And This Is 40, he's like he's the main character.
Yeah, he is.
It's like, I need you to advertise for our actual movie. Don't do the Mac and Me thing. So he had told him beforehand. He goes on. He still does Mac and Me.
Yeah.
Judd is furious. So the next time he goes on Conan,
Yeah.
I think it's to advertise for Anchorman 2.
Uh-huh.
Judd goes too and makes him play the Anchorman 2. It's the
Stop.
only time he hasn't been able to do the Mac and Me thing because Judd like babysat him through the whole interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's crazy.
Mhm.
I would think he would have had more of a sense of humor around that. I get it, like, promoting your film. But he was doing the circuit. Like, it's not like Conan is the only one that people turn into, and they're like, yeah, if I see it on Conan, I'll go see it, versus like Kimmel or whoever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Or I guess Leno back in the day.
Well, and I think it's interesting too because I think Judd's a producer on Anchorman 2. I mean, it was Adam McKay is the director.
Oh, yeah.
And so
yeah.
I don't even know why he was like so up in arms about it. And I could be wrong. It could be the movie before This Is 40 and then This Is 40 he babysat him. But yeah, I just thought it was a really, like, come on, let him have his fun.
I was going to say.
We're going to go see Judd Apatow movies anyway. Like,
Yeah.
you don't really need to advertise that hard for him. He's a big enough name, but.
Well, and I like what they did with the Ant-Man one that you showed me, is where you see a little bit of Ant-Man, and then it cuts away to the kid going down the hill. So crazy. Oh, my gosh.
Oh. Hey, any specific scenes that you'd like to talk about?
Wow. Okay. Maybe.
You did say at the beginning of this film, I'd rather be staining our fence right now. You said that in the first maybe 5 minutes.
No.
Yeah, you did.
I don't think so. I didn't mean it. If I said it, I didn't mean it.
You're like, oh, I'd rather be staining our fence right now.
Yeah. Nah, that was insincere. Honestly, I feel like we may have hit all of our pieces. Oh, we didn't talk about this when they find the maybe dead family. Like how they go and like they touch their eyeballs. 'Cause
Yeah.
everybody has open eyes and they're like, bink.
Yep. Are you dead? Oh, I poked you in the eye. You blinked. Okay, you're alive.
Like, oh. But also real. I guess that's what you would do maybe if you were a kid. Poke them in the eye.
Yep.
This is just really random, but I did want to throw like a shout out at the very beginning when they're kind of like in the middle of this like car crash that happens like right after the aliens escape. They kind of do like a little bit of a bait and switch. I thought it was going to be the story about this little redheaded kid
Oh, yeah.
and
Yep.
his dad because they were, on the screen for like at least 10 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, they look like they're maybe getting set up to be the family you're gonna
Yeah,
follow.
yeah.
Yep.
And the little kid with red hair, I was like, gosh, he looks so familiar. He's from Salute Your Shorts.
He's like if you know the redheaded kid,
Yeah.
that's him.
Yeah, he's kind of like the, I don't know, maybe bullyish character.
Yeah,
a
he's got
little
like
bit.
kind of a mullet-y
I can't remember his name. I only remember his sidekick, Donkey Lips, but I don't remember his name. Donkey Lips was his name. Wow. Okay. No, but we talked about Dogs in the Tree. We talked about Bear Suit, McDonald's, the USC players, the soundtrack slaps, drinking Diet Coke on another planet for living. Yeah, the little girl crying at the end. These are all my notes,
Yeah.
and we hit them all very naturally. So good on us.
I think good on us as well.
Yeah. Anything you want to talk about scene-wise?
Well,
that we didn't hit?
I'd be curious what you think about a couple questions.
Okay.
Number one, I had mentioned what I didn't like about the designs. Did you like the alien designs besides Mac?
I liked Mac.
Yeah, I did
although I
too.
will say that he looked like he bruised very easily. Like
Yeah,
he
yep.
had a lot of discoloration on his skin that looked like he was just like covered in bruises. And I
Mhm.
thought like we maybe should have like picked a different color than this like tan color. Maybe he could
Sure.
have been like blue or something. That would have been more fun, you know?
Yep. Mhm.
But yeah, I agree that the adult aliens looked really scary, but a lot of great body work. Whoever was like in those, whatever those were made of, like did some great movement work.
Sure,
Just
yeah.
walking all side saddle wobbly with their little arms out going, "Ooh," Ooh.
Some people have written about what a little shit Mac is.
What?
Yeah, I read a whole post about this. But he's also really sweet.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
He leaves daisies for them. I mean, he does like drill through the drywall so he could poke his eye through everything. He cuts out like a hole in the door.
I don't really understand some of that now that I'm thinking about it, other than he's just exploring and like wreaking havoc. But I didn't think any of that was malicious.
No, I don't think so either. I think he's just a numbnut.
Yeah.
And so, but then he like does really sweet stuff. He's like, oh, the main character, the wheelchair kid, he likes daisies. And so he sees him like kind of like take note of a daisy and kind of like smell it earlier in the film. And then he leaves daisies on the boys' pillows and he puts daisies in their Coke cans. And it's so cute.
It's
Like
cute.
Cute little decor things that he does. He sets up like things like to like a little bell to wake him up at a certain time, and he like does all this like kind of cute stuff for the kids. Cleans up the whole house, fixes it all up.
Yeah. He learns.
He's got like kind of magical electric fingers,
Something like that.
but he doesn't use them all the time. He just uses them every once in a while.
And he's fireproof.
And he's fireproof.
And bulletproof.
Yeah. There's a lot of things about him that make him pretty powerful. Is this story about immigration?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm so glad you brought that up because at the very end, the family is together. We have basically resurrected young Eric from his explosion, where he died. Now he's back, and everyone's hugging. And I believe I turned to you and I thought out loud, how are they going to wrap this up? Like how does this end? Because
And I believe I said to you, oh, just you wait.
because the thing is, they didn't come on a spaceship. They almost got sucked up by a U.S. Space vehicle that was like gathering like rock samples, right? So normally in these situations, a spaceship would come and would pick them up, and that would have actually been a pretty easy ending to this too. Like somehow they communicate with some cousins, and the cousins come get them. But that's not what happens. What happens at the very end, we see our two kind of like our baddies, like our government official scientist baddies running into the courthouse at the very end because they're late for something.
Yep.
And we come to find out that we're part of like an immigration citizen ceremony.
Yeah, yep. They're taking the oath to be Americans.
The room is full. There's like 100 people there, and in the front row, lo and behold, it's the alien family, all dressed in human clothes, taking the oath of American citizenship.
It's fun how they set that shot up because they come in through the doors like you're walking into the courthouse. They like then go behind the judge, but they zoom the long way around.
Yeah, you're just
and they
panning.
slowly take their time to pan all the way over so you can see
panning.
the group of aliens dressed up in the most ridiculous Americana costumes you've
like
ever
a
seen in your life.
1950s like, family.
Yep, they look like they're from a bygone era. It's really funny though.
Yes, and then there's hugs and tears when they become, you call it naturalized? Is that what that is?
Yep.
And then the very end of it is this family, alien family, just driving off in this sweet...
Dad's a good driver.
Dad's a great driver. It's a cute little
He's
pink...
relaxed even. He hangs his hand out the door and like kind of taps his fingers on the door while he
Taps
drives
his
one-handed.
long alien fingers. And I think it's a pink convertible too, so very like
pink
Elvis
Cadillac.
style. And they just merge on to the highway, and that's the end. And it was like, okay.
Yep.
That's
They've
how
been
it ends.
assimilated.
The end.
Welcome to America, baby.
So-
This is the dream.
Yep. It was incredible.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming.
I bet.
I did not. I don't think anyone's ever done that at the end of an alien movie.
Yeah. I mean, it's really interesting, not to get too political, but it's like, oh wow. This is the American dream, right?
Yeah.
Like you come here, you prove your worth, you saved a kid's life, you ended up being harmless, and you're ready to be a good contributor to society.
Yeah,
Here you
taxpayer, welcome.
are. Yeah, welcome to the land. But we will gift you this pink Cadillac to get
Somehow
you started.
Yeah, who gave
In
him
these
that
old
Cadillac?
50s clothes from our grandpa's closet.
Yes. No, I just love it that they like drove off by themselves. Like they're not like with this family anymore. Like they're doing their own thing. Like, thanks so much.
Well, they brought the
We're
kids.
gonna go.
They brought Eric and the little girl. They were in the back seat.
Oh, they
right next to
were?
Mac. Yeah.
Oh, see,
Yep.
I didn't remember. I thought it was just the family driving off.
No.
Oh, they kidnapped
I
them.
know. It's weird because I feel like It's Mac in the center in a baby chair.
Okay.
In a high chair or whatever, but facing forward, so it's
Sure.
like toddler's chair. And then it's the two kids on each side of him. I don't know where the daughter was.
Is she in the front, middle?
Maybe in the front, sitting on mom's lap or something.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is dangerous. Shouldn't do that.
That was the 80s. You could do whatever you want.
Yeah, we were crazy back then. My parents removed the seats, and so it was just like
A
and then-
rumpus room?
and the rumpus room, and then they raised up the like a bed kind of thing on like a loft system,
Uh-huh.
and so we could like lay on this like mattress up top. Which you think if we got in a car crash, we would have flown right out the windshield.
Yeah, absolutely. But amazing.
But-
How fun.
It was the best. of
Other than
times.
the instant death in the case of any kind of like accident or emergency, what fun
It was,
that would have
it
been
was a blasty blast.
to travel in.
Rach, anything else you'd like to talk about with acting?
No. Gold stars for everyone.
Gold stars.
Just about everyone.
Yep.
I don't even know who I would like refrain from giving a gold star because I thought everyone was actually like pretty up to task.
Okay, let's play this game.
Okay.
Was the acting better than Karate Kid?
No. Karate Kid was really good.
The acting is phenomenal.
Karate Kid was
That
like
is
I was ready for an 80s film, but I
Yep.
didn't know I was ready for like, oh, like hello,
Legit.
like indie Oscar?
yeah,
Like what's going on
absolutely.
here?
A24.
The
Karate Kid
what?
film.
Like this is really good
Yeah,
acting.
for sure.
Yeah.
What was your first film of the season?
I don't even remember.
Well,
Oh,
last
While You Were Sleeping.
Okay, better acting than While You Were Sleeping.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No, you got some heavy hitters in that group.
Better acting than Running Man.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
Better
definitely.
acting than Waitress.
For some people,
I think
that's kind of like halvesies. For
honestly
me.
for me, the answer is yes.
The answer is yes for you.
Yeah,
Fair
not
enough.
a better film, but better acting. Like from the human characters. Yeah, it was good.
Yep.
You guys should all be proud of yourselves. You did great work. I'm happy with all of you.
Yeah.
All right, Rach.
Are you ready for me?
If you don't have any other scenes you'd like to talk about, it's Rachel meter time.
I got it. Do you want to hit me with yours or are you going to wait till
Sure,
after?
I can get you mine first.
Yeah.
So my ratings are going to infuriate people.
Okay, let's hear it.
I gave this film a 19%.
19.
It's right below Crossroads and Ernest Scared Stupid. And it's right above.
Which you love.
I do. I like those movies.
Yeah.
Those movies aren't bad movies.
You're
I'd watch
allowed
them
to.
again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right above Yaya Sisterhood. And this is my one that I love the most. It's above this.
Asshole.
The Holiday.
What?
Yep. If
Ty.
they would have nailed the alien family stuff, if they didn't look like gigantic turds
Yeah.
and kind of like annoy me when they were on
Shrivelly
screen,
turds.
if they made that stuff more fun.
Mhm.
This movie goes way up. It's probably like
Yeah. What
to-
is it? If it's
probably like 40 to 50-ish.
Mhm.
It probably lives in that land if they would have nailed the beginning and the ending.
Yep.
But the middle part, like from minute 10 to minute 100 or a minute hour 10
Mm-hmm.
is 40 to 50-ish. It's good.
It's a good time.
Yeah, maybe even
Even
it might even be fresh. It's possible.
even in its insanity, I was having a great time. I just thought like this is the feeling that I feel when I watch parts of Killer Clowns.
Mhm.
Like not the whole way through. It's not a gem like Killer Clowns is from beginning, middle to end, but it has elements that
Yeah.
I felt like, wow, I like this film.
Was it kind of like what's that movie that I had whiskey that was about camp last season?
Oh, Beverly Hills.
True Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
I had the biggest blast.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it didn't get like a super high score from me, but I had a great time watching it. I watch it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so did it kind of give you a similar vibe?
Similar.
To that?
This has rewatchability for me. Obviously, we replayed a clip right after it, but like if somebody in our close friend group was like, "Hey, I heard you guys talking about Mac and Me. I've never seen it. What do you say tonight? Like we get a little couple
We
cocktails
drink
and
and
we
watch Mac
it."
and Me. I would do that in a second.
It would
I
be
watch
so
it again
fun.
tonight. If people wanted to
Tonight.
drink while we watched it and
Yes.
hang and talk,
The key is I need a bevy.
we could
but-
do this tonight.
Yeah, yeah. So it's fun enough that I would totally do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, without further ado, what started out as your basic 80s alien adventure movie turned into a coked out, pun intended, fever dream 45 minutes in, and then turned into a PSA on immigration and the American dream. When people ask, what were the 80s like? I will point to Mac and Me and say, this is what the 80s were all about. 46%.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is below American Pie
Uh-huh.
and above Double Dragon, and Spice World.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good company. This all makes
think so.
sense. This
it's
all
fun
makes sense.
camp. It's
Yep.
fun. I know camp is not maybe not the right word, but it's a fun, bad movie to watch. I had a great time.
I'm so glad this hit. There was a moment where I was like, I think this is working out for me.
I don't think she's gonna be so mad.
She's having a good time right now. I thought it was gonna be worse.
Yeah.
I thought this movie.
Yeah, I did too.
Like when I had chose to do it, I was like, let's do one of the worst movies I know.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the worst movies on my list right now. And let's do a movie. I think I had seen that Paul Rudd thing like recently. Like somebody had posted about it or something. I was like, oh, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I think this movie is going to be between 5 and 10%.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, it has elements of what I would typically put at a 5 or 10%, but I just go back to sometimes how much fun I had watching it. So even if, yes, it's not a good movie, and yet there are parts of it that are really good. Like I said, the beginning of it starts pretty solidly, minus the aliens looking like turds. But like when you get to the family dynamics, like it's lovely to watch. It really is. It could have, had they like kept it in the world of reality, like it could have been like a legit good film at some point. But the fact that they went so zany and so crazy, while it hurts it from like a legitimacy standpoint, it also just makes it like really fun and crazy.
Sure.
So I'm here for it.
Would you? I have two questions.
Okay.
Number one, would you watch this? Let's say a year from now. Would you watch this or E.T. if you had the option to watch one of them?
This.
Okay.
I'd watch this again.
And which movie would you show your kids first?
Oh, how old are my kids? Because if they're not,
Let's say 5.
I would have them watch this before E.T. E.T.'s too scary for a 5-year-old.
You think so?
I was scared.
I mean, I was too.
Yeah, so I would.
So maybe it is.
I would just learn from that and be like, you don't need to see that just yet, and you won't understand all the themes of it just yet as a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Like let's put on some cartoons.
What
are we
about
doing?
what age is the appropriate age to show people Mac and Me?
It's hard because like kids they won't get like why this is good because they didn't live in the 80s. They didn't go to McDonald's for their birthday parties. They don't get it. They don't even know who Ronald McDonald is. So it will be lost on them.
I think they have to see it early.
Yeah.
I don't think you can wait till they're 8 or 9.
See, I think
they'll think it's stupid then.
Well, okay.
They'll be like, oh, whatever. But like,
Yeah.
I think if you get to them young, they'll be like, this is fun.
I think it depends on your kid. I think if you have a kid who has like a good sense of humor, like you could watch this with like a teenager and be like, "Are you ready to watch
with
like
a teenager is
crazy
different.
movie?"
Yeah.
And they could have a really fun time. Like, "Mom and Dad, this is terrible," and you're like, "I know, isn't it great?" Yeah, it's great. So it just depends. It depends on the kid. So I can't. I will have to report back once I know. Once I get a sense of their sense of humor, I'll get back to you when they can watch it.
I'm just tickled that you had a great time
That's
today.
so much fun. Me too.
So are you glad you didn't stay in the fence?
I'm glad I didn't stay in the fence today. You guys, this tangent. I got everything ready. I worked on staying in the fence. I got like 10 minutes in. And you guys know how long it takes to like set up painting projects, right? Like staining is the same thing. Like you've got to get the buckets out. You've got to like, everything's got to be just so. And then you go and you just paint for hours or stain for hours. And I checked the weather 3 times, 4 times, thrice. And it started to rain. And so, like, I had to get stuff in and wash it out, and it's just such a cluster.
And it didn't even rain that much. It ran enough that it would have made staining terrible, and you would have, like, little marks of it running down.
Sure.
But not enough to really matter. And so that makes it annoying, too.
Yeah.
It was like a sprinkle for a long time, and it was a soft rain.
Yeah, I was really
That was
aiming
it.
for today because after this, guys, it's getting into the 90s. I think everywhere that this podcast touches, like, it's going to be, like, hot.
The weather says the next week is going to be soupy.
Soupy. Ugh.
Yep.
Soupy.
I saw another station say we're going into dangerous temperature territory. I was like, oh, great.
No, girl.
I hate summer. But I love this podcast.
As do I.
So speaking of our podcast,
Yeah.
just a reminder, rate and review
Yeah.
everywhere you listen to it, you dirty scallywags. If you don't, I'm going to beat your ass. Rach.
Yeah.
What's our movie next week?
Oh, we are in a treat. We're going to stay in our beloved 80s because
We're killing it.
we thrive there. That is our sweet spot. And this is one I haven't seen in a long time, and I don't even know how it's going to be, but I think it's classic enough that you have to see it. We are going to watch 3 Men and a Baby.
Ooh.
Yes.
How come I have hairs all over my microphone?
Talk to your dog daughter.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're definitely not
They're not
mine.
mine.
They're white, and I was like, oh shit, could be mine.
Could be yours. Could be your dog's.